We're here this morning on a farm in South Tipperary to bring you an update on the 2020 Beef Programme. The 2020 Beef Programme is an integrated calf to beef programme open to both dairy calves and suckler beef calves. The primary purpose of the programme, when it was developed by Glanbia and Kepak, was to generate value for our farmer stakeholders. And we do that by sustainably producing heifer and steer beef at a premium price in the market, and that's an important piece. Glanbia supplies the inputs to the programme, and Kepak then at the other side do the marketing and processing of the output. We focus on three key areas to improve the margin, if you like, for the beef farmer, and that is superior beef genetics, particularly focusing on carcass merit, production efficiency or lifetime performance, and our technical team go out and support that on farm. And then the key piece is a premium that's got from the marketplace. Today that premium is 25 cents, and it operates as a premium on top of the average quoted price, irrespective of where that average quoted price is. In addition to that then, there is a quality protocol bonus, there are breed bonuses for Hereford and Angus, and they reflect commercial practice in the market, and a seasonality bonus. And the seasonality bonus applies from April to June at 6 cents, 10 cents and 6 cents again in June respectively. There's a couple of elements that are new to the programme: the 25 cents regardless of the price, the openness to suckler farmers who don't actually necessarily have to buy in calves to join. We also have a cull cow premium in there, a cull cow premium at 10 cents per kilogram for all farmers that are involved in any way with the programme through their expression of interest forum.
Hi, my name's Lisa. I'm farming here with my dad William. We're a dry stock farm.
We joined the 2020 Club back in 2019 when it was in its pilot phase, and we're delighted we've done so since. What attracted us initially to the club was the guarantee of a minimum base price, the protocols and bonuses, the fact we could still have our quality assurances and our breed bonuses on top of what the club offered. I suppose for us it meant that we didn't have to change our system. We were always a Glanbia supplier and customer. We were a quality assured farm, and we always sent our animals for slaughter. It generated no additional paperwork from that side for us. We source our cattle from a Glanbia dairy farmer who's local. We source mainly Herefords and Angus Cross, and this year we also have some Shorthorns and some Belgian Blues. In addition to this stock, we also use the app, and we contact Ross Brady to help us source any additional cattle that we may need. Last year we did our soil sampling through the 2020 Club as well. Michelle has called out to the yard here and we've done it together. She's gone through the data, and once the results were in, we got great technical support from the team. They followed up and called us, and we had a good chat and discussed what our options were as well. It's great that we deal with the same people. We build up a rapport and we get to know each other. Come time to send our cattle to slaughter, it's very simple. It's a case of calling or texting one of the guys, arrange time to call to the farm, we pick out the stock, and from there the guys do all the work for us. They book in the cattle, they arrange a haulier, and that's it. It keeps it very simple and very straightforward.
One thing that all members of the 2020 Beef Club really appreciate is the technical support service that's provided to them by both Glanbia and Kepak. We visit all farmers throughout the year as their cattle develop and progress, and will assist them in selecting them as come fit for slaughter. Both teams want all farmers to avail of all the bonuses available to them, so that's why it's so important that all the cattle are finished in line with the club's specifications.
So on top of the club premiums and the 25 cent premium, some of the key aspects of the programme I'm going to go through today that we try and work with club members. So number one, genetics. Genetics has a huge role to play within 2020. We work closely with the dairy farmers in the club to ensure that they're producing a valuable calf with good beef merit that the beef farmer can purchase from them, and this animal will go on to perform on their farms. The commercial beef value is a very useful tool that ICBF have recently launched. This focuses solely on the beef traits and the beef merits of the individual calf. It's very hard to tell by looking at a young baby calf what their beef merit is going to be and how they're likely to perform in the future. So the commercial beef value puts a focus on this. It doesn't look at calving ease or gestation length like other indexes, it just solely looks at the beef merits. Another very useful tool is the ICBF web app. and we have our own 2020 section within this, where all our beef farmers have access to this app and are able to view calves for sale and look at the commercial beef value of each individual calf. We are noticing massive difference in performance based on the animal's genetics. We see a lot of difference even within breeds and definitely across breeds. So it's important that farmers are using the right genetics day one to produce a calf that is most likely to perform well for the beef farmer right the way through to finish. The second area we put a huge focus on is grassland management. We feel working with farmers within the club there's huge potential, especially on beef farms, to improve the grassland management side of things. The first thing we look at is your soil nutrient management. Taking soil samples is very important, or looking at most recent soil samples, putting a nutrient management plan in place then based on what your soil needs and what soil structure you have available to you. It's very important that this year more than ever, with the cost of fertiliser increasing, to correct your soil pH and get the highest value of the nutrients that's applied to your soil. Another key area of grassland management is smart positioning of water troughs. By positioning the water troughs in the correct locations in the field, this allows you to break up your fields into smaller areas and allowing that ground to recover with a minimum of 3 weeks rest. This will improve the quality of the grass that you're feeding to animals, and it'll also improve the quality of the organic matter that's in the soil. By breaking paddocks down into smaller locations, you'll have much higher quality grass coming back. The animals will be self-fertilising that ground, and they will also be able to walk back any dead material that's in the ground back into the soil, which helps to build up the level of organic matter in the soil. Focusing on grassland management has a huge impact on the overall performance and profitability in the beef system. Grazed grass is the cheapest feed source we have available, and we need to be utilising this as much as possible. The difference between good management of grass and poor management of grass can be the difference of over 100 kilo of live weight gain over that grazing season. Animals should be targeting kilo of live weight gain on grass, whereas if you have older swarts or poor quality of grass, they may only be doing 0.5 of a kilo. Over a grazing season, this can amount to over 100 kilos of live weight gain. Also, good grassland management will help you make better quality silage. Or now look at multi-species swarts that is getting more popular, and they're shown to be performing very well with low levels of chemical fertiliser. The third most important area is nutrition. Within the nutrition is calf rearing. When that calf goes to grass, we expect that to have high intakes of grass and hit their allocated live weight gain of 0.8 to 0.9 of a kilo a day. The second most important stage of the nutrition where we support our team members is over that first winter. We will test the silage with club members and advise them on what they need to supplement the silage they have available to them to make sure them animals are hitting 0.7 of a kilo of live weight gain over the growing stage in the first winter period. The third most important area within nutrition is the final finishing stage. We need to target an 80 to 100 day intensive finishing period to make sure that animal is hitting their full potential and is maximising all the grades and fat scores that they can. It's important that animals are at the right live weight before we go into that intensive finishing period. So it's important to make sure that we are getting that animal to the right live weight as cheap as possible before we hit that 80 to 100 day intensive finishing stage. At this stage, the Kepak team will come in and select those animals for slaughter to make sure that we're hitting all the grades. The fourth key area that the Glanbia technical team are putting high focus on farm is animal health. All club members should have an animal health plan in place and a vaccination program in place. A healthy calf will always thrive well. If your calf is unhealthy, no matter how well they're fed and how well they're bred, they will never perform to their full potential. The 2020 technical team is available to all our club members. For more information or to avail of this support, get in touch with any of the 2020 technical team or your Glanbia local representative.